Okay, welcome. Thank you for clicking on. Saturday morning, I was out at Resolving car boot sale and I thought, I'm going to work Malvern. So I spent the next 12, 13 hours in a mad rush, mad dash, trying to prepare for an antique fair. I went in my locker or in my garage, digging out pieces for to take. Then, so I went into my garage to dig out pieces to take. Went over my lockup with the van and loaded up. Then 1 o'clock Sunday morning, up we get and off we go to Malvern. So I'll share a couple of little videos I did while I was up there. I done one when I arrived at about 3:30 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning. I'll splice that in now.
Okay, so it's 3:34, and I'll show you the clock in just a moment. We've just arrived at Malvern, and there's probably 4 or 5 rows of casual sellers in front of us. Would you say 4 or 5 rows? Which is probably a few hundred sellers in front of us already. It wasn't very clear at all which gate we had to use, and then we come up the lane and we missed the turn-in. So yeah, but we're all loaded up. I spent a lot of money to get here, so fingers crossed we'll do okay today. When it gets a bit lighter, I'll share the video or a little couple of shots of the queue and how many sellers here. It's absolutely massive already, and as my son just said, we were only allowed to queue from 3 o'clock in the morning. It's now 3:35, and there's a couple of hundred people in front of us. So in that 30 minutes, they've had a couple of hundred people join the queue, and there's now people coming in behind me as well. So yeah, I'll see you soon.
And we finally got in there about 6 in the morning, and I set my stall up, and I'm going to give you a look at my stall. Really interesting day, not in a good way. Take a look at my stall, and then we'll have a little chat about what happened and things like that. Okay, so this is a panned view of my stall in Malvern. So there's an arts and crafts bed there, beautiful etching, a wonderful Emmanuel peacock chair, a Danish mid-century table, some industrial stools with a West German pottery lamp on top, my petrol station signs. There's a few boxes from my boot sale stock, which is, I thought I was going, so I'll chuck them in. It's an old saddle camel stool. That's nice. The mirror with the coat hooks was lovely, and it's got a French vineyard on it. Then we're going to look at some jewellery. There's a whole tray of solid silver rings and things. They were all £10 each, and there's a Rolex gold watch in there. Got some lovely Persian rugs, Iran rugs. The green one and the red one on the end there are Kurdish from Western Iran. Some nice prints. Mid-century sunburst clock. 2 fires. The first one on the right is Art Nouveau. The second one was solid bronze. My rocking horse. We got a chest there, a couple of paintings, some Canterbury's, a couple of early Grafton chairs and a French style table. All in all, I had a really good looking stall. I was really pleased with everything on there. And in all honesty, I expected the dealers to really do well. So you've had a little look at my stall. It wasn't a bad looking stall, was it? And I achieved about £1,500 for my morning's work. But I noticed a lot of big changes in Malvern, a lot of big changes in the type of things, the antiques that people bought, the types of dealers that went to Malvern, the tastes, everything. It was all different. It's changed. Is the market trending away for different things? Is it market changing? Are people feeling a financial pinch, so they're not buying so much? I don't know. all I know is things were totally different. £1,500 on the surface sounds like a wonderful day, nice morning's earnings. But when you look at everything I took a lot of nice gear. £1,500 wasn't that good. Now, me and Kieran are going to do a live video on my YouTube channel, free access on my YouTube channel, where we discuss everything that went on in Malvern in depth. I'm going to give my an account of what happened, my sales and things like that, and talk about, is the market changing, market trends, you name it, everything, financial struggles, even this nonsense now with America, with the import duties and that, and seeing real-time dealers at the market. So yeah, me and Kieran from Taliesin Antiques are going to have a little chat about all of this, maybe live over the next few weeks. And I'm also going to run an experiment with the things I didn't sell are going to go into an auction, and I'm going to film that live. So that will strengthen up, and that will be another one. How can I put this? When I'm talking about the types of things dealers are buying, another one is the types of dealers at the market. Are people going to antique fairs and flea markets now, or are they just buying straight direct from auctions, things like that? Now, I done a big, massive, in-depth video this morning. Well, in fact, it took me an entire day to make one video. That's why it's only on the membership side. That was why I asked if you wanted a membership on the channel, because some videos just take too long to just put them out on the general channel. Literally took me hours and hours this morning to create the video, edit the video, and put a video up where I discussed everything in detail that went on in Malvern. But we're going to do that in the live video up and coming anyway for you when I do it with Kieran. And we're going to look at some of the things that didn't sell in Malvern. Will they sell in auction? That's going to be interesting. Now, I did walk around Malvern and we did have a little haul. I had a haul of some beautiful Georgian drinking glasses, Victorian drinking glasses. I didn't walk around at all day. I had a little walk in my little local vicinity, if you like, at about 12 o'clock, and I still bought some beautiful glasses. I'll splice the video in for them now so you can take a look. Okay, so we're going to start off with a 19th century plain stem Victorian glass. It's got a snapped pontle. It was a tall piece at 6 inches tall, and you're talking it's probably 1830 to 1860 in date. Really nice looking glass. It's a pretty standard glass, right? But it's got the snap pontle on the base. It's got loads of weight. It's an original. It's a genuine glass, right? For a £5. Come across here, I had. So we come across here, and I had two of these, which is a early 19th century. It's talking probably around 1800, 1810, something like that. Jelly glass, flared rim, bladed knob stem, snapped pontle again. Really nice glass. Now, these glasses, you give them a little tap, they beautiful sound, lovely ring to them. Real nice English Georgian glasses. For a £5. Well, I had two of those. I've listed them separately because they're slightly different sizes. So there's the other. But you're talking, what was this one? So you're talking £30 for that one, £30, £30. We come across here. Now, this is a slightly earlier example of what you find on the Victorian mould blown rummers. Now, the Victorian mould blown rummers are blown into a mould, and they have this sort of thumbprint in, but it's moulded. This one is a hand blown example with all these thumbprints are cut. So, real nice thing, 19th century. Again, lovely sound. I would imagine mid-19th century again, but look that way. That's what you're looking for on it. Look at all that authentic way, all the way around the rims. Nice, beautiful pontle mark. This one. Again, this one, first half of the 19th century, a beautiful. I love this sort of barrel shape to it. Bladed knob, it got cut into the bowl. Did have a snap pontle again. Let's have a look. Beautiful rummer, real nice glass. You know, these glasses shouldn't be a fiver. Again, there's another example. Look at that way. That's the way you're looking for on early glasses. Good, genuine way. If you see it all going in the same direction, run away. Someone's done it on a stone. But millions of scratches going in all different directions, different depths, everything. It's got a ground out and polished pontle mark. But it's probably 1830, 1840, something like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful rummer. Really is a good thing. Now, if anybody is interested, I do have a series of videos on how to identify 18th century and 19th century drinking glasses. Here we have a 19th century again, 1830s, 1840s champagne flute. Beautifully cut, again, ground out pontle. It's just an elegant drinking glass. You know, when you're talking the age of these glasses, this one is later. It's probably 1860s, 1880s, but it is a wine goblet. Wine or water goblet is huge. 6.5 inches tall, but the bowl itself is 4 inches by 3.5 inches, if I remember right. It's got this sort of facet cut inverted baluster stem, ground out pontle. Beautiful sound again when you ring it. It's just a nice glass. And then the final one, the Resistance. These are the best ones I had, and if you have a look, I'll have to alter that. This should be 3. I had 3 of these glasses. Just to show you, I had 3 of them. These, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. 19th century, beautifully cut. What have I said? Size now. These are beautiful Georgian Regency Bristol green glasses. They got cut in on the bowl, annulated knob. They got cut in on the stem, ground out pontle. They're absolutely fabulous. Did you hear the sound they made? Look at it. Absolutely stunning glasses. Now you give me these £5 a glass for 3 of them. I have to find out why that image wouldn't load. So yeah, them drinking glasses should not have been there at 12 o'clock, 12:30 in the afternoon, and certainly not at the price. I paid £5 per glass. And when you consider the dearest are going out for £55 each, all the way down to £30 each for the lowest, there's about £400 worth of glasses there for £50. That's a nice little return. On top of my £1,500 for the morning as well, that's not far off a £1,900 day when these sell. I don't mind it. It should have been more, but I'll share my views on exactly what went on in Malvern, as I say, in the live when I do it with Kieran. So make sure you tune in for that live and you can give your say. Maybe if you were at Malvern, you can comment how it was for you. Maybe you had the best time of your life. I don't know. But £1,500 for a Malvern for me is about as low as I've ever done. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're not a member, please consider joining the membership for all educational side. And if you want to learn how to do what I'm doing, then become a member. Or I do have books on. You can find links to them on my website or in the description. There's a link to the books that I wrote on how to do what I'm doing. I'll speak to you soon.